Pricing for the Subaru Legacy starts at $22,745 for the base model. This here is the Legacy Limited XT. As tested here, looking at $35,095. Rivals include the Chevy Malibu, Honda Accord, Hyundai Sonata, Kia Optima, Mazda 6, Nissan Altima, Toyota Camry, and the Volkswagen Passat. The only other model that offers all-wheel drive is the Altima. The 2020 Camry will be getting all-wheel drive as well. Power comes from a 2.4-liter turbocharged Boxer engine making 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque, and that's mated to a CVT transmission. Fuel economy comes in at 24 miles a gallon in the city, 32 miles a gallon on the highway. I'm averaging about 24.6 miles a gallon, and that's over 4 days of driving. 0 to 60 comes in at 6.1 seconds with a top speed of 140 miles an hour. I think Subaru knows its buyers. They want something comfortable, something with all-wheel drive. You have standard all-wheel drive here. If you want something more dynamic, I recommend checking out the Mazda 6 and the Honda Accord for that. But otherwise, all-wheel drive, you got it here, and you got it in the Altima and Camry. Personally, I think the Mazda 6 and the Honda Accord look the best in the segment. The Subaru Legacy isn't bad. It hasn't changed much from the last model year. For some reason, it does kind of remind me a little bit of the Chevy SS. Cargo capacity isn't bad. You have 15.1 cubic feet, which is similar to most of the cars in this segment. The Honda Accord and the Hyundai Sonata have the most cargo capacity, and the Mazda 6 comes in just a little bit less. Door open and close sound from the outside. From the inside. Not bad. Here are the headlamps with the indicators on. Let's walk over to the back and see the tail lights. There you go. Tail lights with the indicators on. Interior quality isn't bad at all. Everything has soft touch materials. You have leather, very comfortable seats. This is the Subaru Legacy Limited XT model, so you have heated rear seats and 2 USB outlets for the rear passengers. Pretty nice. If you do want a more premium cabin in this segment, I recommend checking out the Honda Accord and the Mazda 6. Once again, those two cars are very, very premium looking and feeling on the inside. Here's a startup and rev. Annoying little beep keeps going. Here we go for the rev. Oh yeah, I love it. The seats are comfortable all around in this car. Driver and passenger seats are automatic, and then if you're tall, the driver's seat has a little extender. Automatic windows with one touch up and down. When it comes to rear legroom, the Legacy and the Accord beat out the competition. I'm 6 foot tall. That's my seating position. That's how much room I have back here. It's not bad at all. Yes, you do have heated seats to turn them on. Hit that little button, and you have 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. Then off. And that's the driver's side climate, dual zone climate control, and the passenger has their own. Each door has its own cup holder, so that's 4. 1, 2 up front. One thing, by the way, this is a small Dunkin' Donuts drink. It goes all the way in. Then you have 2 back here, so a total of 8. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this giant infotainment screen that Subaru has on its Limited XT and Touring XT models. I don't think it's bad at all. Let me tell you why. First of all, you have these giant buttons here, which are easy to access without taking your eyes off the road. Overall, the system isn't glitchy. It's pretty smooth and fairly easy to use once you get the hang of it. You have a home button down here, driver profiles, so if anybody else in your house is driving it, and then all your car settings, things can be switched through there. When you get in the car setting menu, the first thing you have vehicle control. You can put on auto vehicle hold. That means when you're braking, it just holds the thing, holds the brake, so you don't have to hold it down forever. Vehicle dynamic control and steering responsive control. The next thing you have driver assistance. You can turn on pre-collision braking, lane departure prevention function, blind spot detection, and rear collision alerts. Then you go into other and turn off auto stop start and driver monitoring system. The reason I turned off driver monitoring system is because the eyesight function, while it's really nice, even if you take your eyes off the road for 2 seconds to look up at the beautiful sky, it'll warn you, keep your eyes on the road. It constantly nags you, and it got kind of annoying for me. Don't have drive modes, but when you go into cruise control acceleration characteristics, you have 4 different modes, including Eco, Comfort, Standard, and Dynamic, and that allows the Legacy to accelerate in those modes when you're in adaptive cruise control mode. So for example, you're in adaptive cruise control, traffic stops, it starts rolling again. How fast do you want your Legacy to accelerate to catch up to the car in front of you? Do you want it to do it slowly or in dynamic? You do have a navigation system by TomTom in this Subaru Legacy Limited XT, but each Subaru trim level gets Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, and as long as you have those two, life is perfect and you don't need anything else. But yeah, overall, easy system to use with giant buttons, and you can also add shortcuts. So if I go here, add a media shortcut, and I say I want it to go to my USB, there you go, shortcut added. You can have many shortcuts as you want. Thank God that you do have your climate functionalities, temperature change and stuff here, but to get to heated seats and sinking temperature, which should always be on, you have to go into deeper menu settings. So here I have adaptive cruise control set at 60, and it's accelerating and doing the steering by itself. There's an indicator light that reflects on the windscreen showing that adaptive cruise control is on. If I don't touch the steering, it'll blink 2 orange lights saying keep your hands on the wheel, so I'll nudge it a little bit and we're just cruising along. Subaru does have one of the best systems to keep the car centered while it's on adaptive cruise control. The coolest thing is that graphic for adaptive cruise control will actually show when the brakes are being applied and when they're not being applied. That is super cool. As with most cars, you have your media settings to the left, driver assist to the right, and you do have a heated steering right there. This was a little bit disappointing. It has like that vibrating, snarly sound to it. There's something missing. It just doesn't sound right.
Amazing!